Well, hey, Canyon View folks, and welcome to our midweek for our Orphan weekend. And, I just want to share something with you guys. Some of you may feel like, well, uh, it's Orphan Sunday again. And for those of you who've been around a while, we do this once a year, and you're thinking, well, this is Kirk and James' thing. And I just really believe that this is something that is really dear to the Father's heart. You look back in the law, the original Mosaic law in Deuteronomy 10, verse 18. This talks about the heart of the Father. It says, He defends the cause of the fatherless and the widow, and loves the foreigner residing among you, giving them food and clothing. So the Father's heart is all about redeeming, of reclaiming, of embracing those that are marginalized. It's his heart of mercy. So he gives us that heart. And the one thing that we have to understand is all of us were orphaned at one time. It may not be from our biological mom and dad, and only a few that's true, but it's from God the Father. Because of sin, we were separated. We were alienated from God. And so in Ephesians 1:5, this is in the New Testament now, it says, in love, he predestined us to be adopted as his sons through Jesus Christ, in accordance with his pleasure and will. So it was in his heart all along to bring us back into relationship with him, to adopt us into the family of God. I was as far away as God as a person could be. And God rescued me. He came to me and he revealed himself to me and he brought me into his family. Changed my life forever. So we can't forget that feeling of being an orphan. And as we were orphaned from God, I really believe that God then gives us a heart to go and rescue other kids and people that have been orphaned. And so that's where James then comes in with James 1:27. And he says, religion that is pure and undefiled before God the Father is this: to visit orphans and widows in their affliction, and to keep oneself unstained from the world. You see, when we reach out and we do something to help, let's just focus on kids in distress. It is something that God does something in our heart. He works something in us because we're living out his heart. And that's the kingdom of God. The kingdom comes breaking into our hearts when we are doing things that are a part of his heart. So with that in mind, this was a different adoption weekend, and I just want to give credit to Jane, my wife, that she had the vision to let's bring people from the community into the church and have them share what they're doing to work with kids that are in foster care, kids that are alienated and orphaned. And so we had these different agencies come in, like Project 127, and we had the foster alumni mentoring, Hope's Promise for adoption. These are different agencies that are doing different things. But what I want you to do in your group, or even if you're watching this alone, I want you to kind of ask yourself this question and answer it. What was shared in the service that grabbed your heart, or even created some resistance within your heart? And I would encourage you guys in your group to be honest with each other and transparent, because that's okay. That's encouraged. So take a few minutes to answer that question. All right. So now the second question. I'm just giving you two questions this week. The second question is, what is something that resonated within you in a way that you thought, I've never thought of that. I could maybe do that. So talk among each other of something that, as a follow-up to this week's service, you're going to go and you're going to do that. So God bless you guys. Thank you for sitting into this midweek. And I hope that this week doesn't just something that you kind of put off. Okay, that's that once a year thing. But really ask the Lord, what would you have me do so that I can come alongside of an orphan, a foster kid, and bring the kingdom of God into their life? God bless you guys.